On May 16, 2014, inside Coca-Cola's headquarters in Atlanta, 3 new drink dispensers stand on a counter. Each has a black touchscreen. Each uses one nozzle, and the smallest can produce more than 35 different beverages. They look like ordinary soda machines. But behind the screen are cartridges, pumps, sensors, software, and a permanent network connection. A customer touches an icon, a cup fills. Then information about that pour begins moving through Coca-Cola's supply chain. This is the story of Coca-Cola Freestyle, the soda fountain designed to learn from every drink it serves. For most of the 20th century, fountain machines changed very little. A restaurant connected boxes of syrup to individual valves. Press one lever, and syrup mixed with carbonated water. Press another, and a different drink came out. The system was simple. It was also physically limited. Each beverage required its own syrup line. Each line consumed space beneath the counter. A restaurant might offer 6 or 8 choices. Adding a new product usually meant removing an old one. That became a growing problem for Coca-Cola. The company no longer sold only cola. Its portfolio had expanded into lemon-lime drinks, sports drinks, flavored water, lemonade, tea, diet products, and caffeine-free products. Many existed in bottles and cans. Most could not fit inside one fountain. Consumer habits were also changing. By the middle of the 2000s, traditional carbonated soft drinks in the United States were facing pressure from water, sports drinks, teas, and lower-calorie alternatives. Coca-Cola had more products to offer. Its fountain machines had nowhere to put them. Inside the company, a small engineering group began questioning one of the oldest assumptions in the business. Traditional fountain syrup often arrived as a mixture that was later combined with water. But why did all the ingredients need to travel together? What would happen if the mixture were broken into smaller components? Remove most of the water, separate the sweetener, concentrate the remaining ingredients. Then rebuild the beverage only when someone ordered it. The project was given an internal name, Project Jet. The central problem was precision. A familiar beverage depends on its ingredients arriving in controlled amounts. A small error can change the taste. A machine offering dozens of combinations would need to meter tiny quantities repeatedly throughout the day. The team looked beyond the beverage industry. Microdosing was already used in medical equipment to deliver carefully measured amounts of fluid. The same basic principle could be adapted to concentrated drink ingredients. Coca-Cola partnered with Deca Research and Development, the engineering company led by inventor Dean Kamen. Kamen's early work included a device that delivered precise doses of insulin. Now, similar dosing logic would help assemble soda. A Seattle technology company called B-Square brought experience with connected devices. Coca-Cola's engineers worked on the pumping system, electronics, software, refrigeration, ingredient packaging, and one particularly difficult component, the nozzle. Every beverage had to leave through the same opening. Water, sweetener, and concentrated ingredients had to meet in the correct order and quantity, without requiring a separate pipe for every finished drink. The team built prototypes. Some failed. Executives still had to be convinced that the machine could be manufactured, maintained, and placed inside real restaurants. Coca-Cola had traditionally relied heavily on outside fountain equipment suppliers. Project Jet was different. The company wanted control of the entire platform, the fluid system, the software, the recipes, the data connection, and the machines surrounding them. When Mukhtar Kent became Coca-Cola's chief executive, the Italian design company Pininfarina was brought in to help shape the exterior. Pininfarina was known for its work in automotive and industrial design. The engineers had already built a complex system. The designers had to make it approachable. The result did not resemble a row of soda levers. It had a curved body, a large vertical touchscreen, and a single illuminated dispensing area. The complexity disappeared behind glass. Before a national launch, Coca-Cola needed to see how the system behaved around actual customers. The company placed a hand-built prototype inside Willie's Mexicana Grill, a restaurant in suburban Atlanta. This was the alpha test. The machine immediately changed the normal rhythm of ordering a drink. People stopped in front of it. They explored menus. They moved between brands and flavor options. Some created combinations that Coca-Cola had never packaged in a bottle. The machine was not only dispensing, it was inviting experimentation. By the end of 2009, Project Jet had a commercial name: Coca-Cola Freestyle. The first dispensers were introduced that year, with broader deployment following afterward. A standard fountain had moved from roughly 8 choices to more than 100. The increase did not come from placing 100 syrup boxes beneath the counter. Freestyle used small cartridges containing concentrated components. When someone selected a beverage, the system pulled the required ingredients from those cartridges. Carbonated or still water entered the nozzle. Sweetener was added. Tiny doses of concentrated ingredients were fired from a system of pumps. One account from the development team described the drink as being mixed while it fell into the cup. The finished beverage was created at the last possible moment. That changed what a soda fountain could be. A restaurant no longer needed a permanent valve for every flavor. Coca-Cola could offer familiar brands beside combinations available only through the machine. Cherry, vanilla, orange, raspberry, peach, grape, and other flavor options could be layered onto multiple base drinks. Diet and low-calorie choices no longer needed to compete for 1 or 2 positions. Caffeine-free drinks could occupy the same digital menu. Still beverages and sparkling beverages could share one cabinet.
The physical machine remained roughly the size of a large fountain. The menu became software.
By 2012, more than 9,000 freestyle dispensers were operating in the United States, with tests also taking place in Canada, Great Britain, and Japan. Then the system expanded further. In 2014, Coca-Cola reported more than 20,000 dispensers across 150 markets in 48 American states. During the previous year, the machines had served approximately 1.8 billion portions, measured at 8 fluid ounces each. But the full-sized unit did not fit everywhere. So Coca-Cola introduced countertop versions. 2 could offer around 80 beverage choices. A smaller model designed for offices, cafes, and lower volume locations could offer more than 35. The company was not merely shrinking the cabinet. It was increasing the number of places where the system could collect a signal. Because Freestyle had another function. Every connected machine could report what was happening inside it. The dispenser tracked machine performance. It monitored the use of microdose cartridges. It recorded beverage consumption. The system could report the brand selected, the machine's location, and the time period in which the drink was poured. This did not necessarily identify the person holding the cup. It did not need to. One pour meant little. Millions of pours created a map of demand. A cinema might use more cherry components at night. A restaurant near an office district might consume more zero-calorie products during lunch. One region might prefer orange combinations. Another might rarely select them. The machine could also see its own inventory. It knew how much remained in each cartridge. It knew how quickly that ingredient had been consumed. It knew whether a promotion might increase demand. Coca-Cola connected this information to a supply chain system using SAP's Supply Network Collaboration software. Each night, consumption data could be processed by outlet. The system combined current cartridge levels with historical use, predicted demand, and promotional forecasts. Then it calculated what the restaurant needed next. This addressed a problem created by variety. A machine might contain enough of almost everything, yet still fail because one popular ingredient ran out. Sending every possible cartridge in equal quantities would waste storage space and increase inventory. Freestyle allowed replenishment to follow actual consumption. If a location was using one component quickly, the system could prepare an order. It could account for full cases. It could forecast future requirements when a case was not yet complete. That order could then move automatically toward a distribution center. The same information could influence production planning, material schedules, and logistics. A customer might spend 10 seconds choosing a drink. That decision could affect a warehouse days later. The machine had become part of a demand-driven supply chain, but inventory was only one use for the data. The selections also revealed what people were willing to try. Developing a packaged beverage is expensive. A company normally has to choose a formula, conduct research, manufacture a test run, design packaging, distribute the product, secure shelf space, and wait for sales results. Freestyle offered another path. The ingredients were already inside the machine. Coca-Cola could place a combination on the digital menu, or allow customers to build it themselves. The company could then observe whether people selected it once, returned to it, or ignored it. The restaurant became a test environment. The customer became an informal product developer. There were important limits. A pour did not prove that the customer finished the drink. Curiosity could create a brief spike. A combination popular in a movie theater might not succeed in a supermarket. Fountain formulas and packaged formulas were also not always identical. Still, repeated behavior could reveal a pattern worth investigating. In 2017, Coca-Cola launched Sprite Cherry and Sprite Cherry Zero across the United States. The company described this as the first nationwide product rollout inspired by insights from Freestyle. Customers had already shown an interest in combining Sprite with cherry. The machine had recorded the evidence. A digital option became a packaged beverage. The same development path was later associated with Coca-Cola Orange Vanilla, Coca-Cola Cherry Vanilla, and Sprite Limonade Strawberry. Not every product remained successful forever. That is part of what made the system useful. Freestyle could identify an opportunity. The retail market still delivered the final verdict. The machine shortened one part of the experiment. It did not remove risk. Coca-Cola also tried connecting the experience more directly to individual users. In May 2014, an updated Freestyle mobile application allowed people to construct personal mixes from more than 100 options. At participating locations, a user could connect a phone to the dispenser and pour the saved combination. The recipe could exist before the customer entered the restaurant. The machine was becoming a physical endpoint for a digital account. Then the pandemic changed the problem. Touchscreens suddenly felt less convenient. A surface touched by hundreds of people became something many customers preferred to avoid. In July 2020, Coca-Cola announced a touch-free system for Freestyle machines in the United States. A customer could scan a code, control the machine from a phone, and pour a drink without creating an account or downloading an application. The product had evolved again. First, the screen replaced the levers. Then the phone replaced the screen. But beneath both interfaces, the same exchange continued. The customer received more control. The system received more information. That exchange became more controversial in March 2024. Fortune investigated a small opening above the touchscreen on some Freestyle machines. It looked like a camera lens. The investigation began with an unconfirmed claim that Coca-Cola had used cameras to study customer reactions while they created drinks. A company spokesperson said camera capabilities had been included in earlier designs and tested in laboratory settings during 2018 and 2019. He said Coca-Cola had no plans to use cameras in the future. But other records made the history less simple. A Freestyle specification sheet had described an embedded camera with possible future capabilities, involving motion sensing and facial recognition. A patent application filed in 2018 described potential systems that could estimate a consumer's reaction, infer demographic characteristics, recommend a beverage, and identify new mixtures. An artificial intelligence company had also published a case study describing an earlier facial analysis experiment connected to Freestyle. The company later told Fortune that the work had been an experiment in 2017 and removed the case study after questions were raised. None of this established that the thousands of machines in public locations were systematically photographing customers. The available reporting did not confirm that, but it revealed how much more the platform might have been designed to observe. The original Freestyle system measured the drink. Later experiments considered measuring the person. That distinction matters. Data about cartridge use can prevent a machine from running empty. Data about regional flavor demand can help test a product. Images, inferred emotion, and demographic predictions enter a different category entirely.
The same machine can support all three ideas.
A dispenser,
a
laboratory,
a
sensor. From the customer's side, the process remains almost invisible. A person approaches the machine. The screen displays familiar logos. They select a base drink, add a flavor, place a cup beneath the nozzle, and press the button. Pumps begin moving. Concentrated ingredients travel through narrow lines. Water and sweetener meet inside the dispensing area. The drink forms in the air and lands in the cup. The customer tastes it. Maybe they like it. Maybe they pour it away and try something else. The machine records the ingredients either way. That record may help restock a cartridge. It may contribute to a forecast. It may become one data point supporting a future bottled product. And it may influence which choices appear on the screen for the next person. This is the loop hidden inside Freestyle. Choice creates data. Data changes the system. The changed system shapes future choice. Coca-Cola did not invent companies studying consumer behavior. Supermarkets track sales. Streaming platforms measure viewing. Online stores record searches and clicks. Freestyle made the process physical. The experiment happens while the product is being manufactured, directly in front of the person consuming it. The customer does not merely choose between finished products. They help assemble one. On May 16, 2014, the 3 countertop machines in Atlanta appeared to be smaller versions of a successful soda fountain, but each represented something larger. More locations meant more choices. More choices meant more experimentation. More experimentation meant more information moving from restaurants into warehouses, planning systems, and product development teams. The drink leaves almost immediately. The signal can remain for years. A cup fills beneath the single nozzle. The customer picks it up and walks away. The cup leaves with the customer. The data stays behind. And the next drink may already be forming inside the machine.